Yo, welcome back. Last time we had some free time. Hibiki and Kanade held a concert. Kokoro caught an endemic disease from Southeast Asia and now is paralyzed from the waist down, seemingly, and can't speak anymore. So that's a thing. And yeah, that's what happened. I can't believe this has been going on for a really long time. I can't believe no one's dead yet. And we have more free time now, so we can get the skill for Iroha. What's her fatigue looking like? What, 2? Okay. She's been at the beach a couple times. Maybe she's still there. You're here. Yuki's here. Hira is not here. Okay, we can play the game of searching every single building. I don't even know if I can hang out with Kokoro right now. Probably not, because she won't let anyone in her room unless Otori comes, so... Probably can't hang out with her anymore. I don't know if you could hang out with her before, actually. I never even tried. Wait, can I hang out with you guys now? I'm so tired from all this investigating. No, Kokoro is suffering way more than us. We can't be complaining when she's in that state. Yeah, right, let's push forward. I can't spend time with her now. Okay. Setsuka's here. There you are. I think you like to be in the nature spots for like painting landscapes or whatever. Okay, I have a bunch of things I can give you, it's fine. Investigating tires me out, so I'm taking a little break to draw. It helps me calm down. Yes. Talk with me as long as you're okay with it, Sora. I spent time talking about pictures with Iroha. Your intimacy with Iroha Niji Ue has increased. Thanks to the effect of your angelic face, you can turn experience. Sure. I feel like that skill from Emma is like almost like not even worth it, because 30 experience is so little. Wait, can I give her this? Wait, what does it say? It's very basic, but it does look to be comfortable. Okay. Hey, what's this, a gift? Oh, this I really like this. Oh, so I can really have this, thank you. Hero likes it a lot. Sora. Yes? So, do you like manga? Manga? It's hard to know since I've got amnesia. Right, sorry. Alright, if it's alright with you, do you want to take a look at some of the manga I like later? I think it'll be fun talking about manga with you. We'll have to get off this island first, but sure. Yahoo, it's a promise. What kind of manga do you like, Hiro? That's a good question. I'm into slice of life personally. Things that have comedy and touching moments blended together. Like Animal Friends and Yearly Girls Kozaki-kun. Animal Friends? You mean Kimono Friends? And Monthly Girls Nosaki-kun, right? What's more important is the characters, though. If there's pretty and cool characters, then I'll enjoy the manga no matter the genre. It's just fun to read. These days, I'm really into Jirarara and Shiroko's Soccer. The stories are fun and the characters are so cool. I also enjoy anime. That was obviously Durarara and Kuroko's Basketball. At each quarter, I usually watch the highest trending shows. By quarter, I mean in a year. They split the shows into annual seasons since the shows usually last 3 months. Every quarter, so many different animated shows come out. And the fun of picking things to watch is, Ero is a filthy seasonal watcher. Kinda cringe. I'm sorry, I ignored you and only talked about myself. It's enjoyable. Otaku, you can continue. It's enjoyable. It's fine. I like hearing about your stories. Really? That's a relief. But it seems like you really like manga. Yes, it's one of my only hobbies. But aren't you a painter, Ibra? I'm pretty sure manga artists and painters are different. You're good at drawing and also enjoy manga, so why don't you draw one yourself? No way, how can someone like me do that? Besides, my type of drawing and manga are way different even in method. But you're really talented, it's kind of unfortunate. Ibra, how about you try drawing your own manga? I want to read your manga. I've only drawn some doodles, I've never actually drawn manga even once. But if you like it that much, Sora. Alright, since I have a lot of time in this island, I'll try drawing one. However, since you're the one who supported me to do this, you have to read it seriously. Of course, I'll be looking forward to it. Will we get to see our manga if we keep hanging out with her? Marking shows where the hidden crow cards are on the map. That's pretty useful, I guess. That's the same as the Kurokawa scale in the first game. You will see a rough, complete picture during climax reasoning. I think that this is actually really good, because the climax reasoning, it was super easy in the last game, but in this one it's kind of bullshit, because sometimes it's impossible to tell like what event happened before the other one, so you just have to guess. So I think I'm gonna get this. I don't know if I have enough skill point to get everything though. Whatever. I said to read Iroha's manga and then return to my room. More free time. I guess we are gonna hang out with... Can't hang out with Kokoro. Hang out with Shinji, I guess. Where's Shinji? Is he at the hiking trail? At the gym? Nope. Oh, yeah. Okay, here you are. Go. Okay, what do you like? Can give you cup noodles, I have that. Kokoro's motivation is giving me strength. Let's do this. Yes. You want to talk with me? Nothing good will come from talking with me. I spent time teasing Shinji as his body twisted in discomfort. Angelic face. Yes. Cup noodles. Sorry, thank you so much. I don't have anything to give in return though. Shinji seems happy. Shinji. Yeah! Why are you doing this to me, Sora? Come here. Why are you hiding all the way over there? Well, I'm too shy. I just wanted to talk to you, Shinji. Talk? Talk about what? Anything. We've got a bit of free time, so why don't we just hang out together? Don't forget that we're classmates, Shinji, even in a situation like this. Isn't it important to bond with each other? Yes. Come to think of it, you were held back a few years thanks to your injury, right, Shinji? Yes, if that wasn't the case, I'd be in college, so I wouldn't have been able to attend Open Speak. So you're older than me. Mr. Oh! What? What's the skill that's making me see this? Huh? What skill is making me see what dialogue option is correct? I didn't get any new skills. Big bro. Hey, don't do that, this is so embarrassing. Yuki always calls you big bro, so I wanted to try it myself. It really rolls off the tongue. Big bro. Haha. Well, I'm just messing with you, but since you take everything so seriously, it's kind of hard to even try having a conversation with you. But why would you want to joke around with me? Please don't. Why is it so hard for you to talk to girls, Shinji? We're human too, you know? Shinji? I'm sorry, I don't think I can take this anymore. Next time, okay? He ran away. Good talk. return to my room. There wasn't much progress today. Everyone was so full of motivation today. I'm sure we can keep this up. Kokoro seems to be eating and her condition isn't getting any worse. Tomorrow I'll pay her a visit, so I should sleep for tonight. Surely someone's dead tomorrow. We can't have another day of nothing happening. Again, it's not that nothing happened yesterday, but no one's dying. So officially 7 AM, wake up everyone. I hope you all have a vigorous and comfortable day. It's morning already. It felt like the entire night went by in an instant. My motivation from yesterday hasn't gone yet, so I decided to investigate as soon as breakfast ends. After meeting with everyone in the diner, I filled up on Mikado's luxury breakfast dish. We also had to decide who's going to visit Kokoro at the delivery meal. And this time, Hiro and I would be the ones to do that. Of course, Teruya would go with us. Kokoro, we brought your meal. It's me, Sora and Hiro. Can we go in? What was that sound? Her door being unlocked. She said it could be done from inside the remote controller. Oh, I remember Monoko telling me that. Lucky for Kokoro that this feature exists. If it didn't, she would have crawled to the door. Good morning, Kokoro. Good morning. How's your condition? You seem to eat up all the meals we bring. I feel lively as ever. Thank you for bringing me the meals every day. No problem, it's what we're supposed to do. Just hold on a bit more, Kokoro. Everyone's been eager to investigate and they're working as hard as they can for you. If we escape this island, we might be able to cure your illness. I'll make sure to have the foundation for you as much help as possible. The foundation you mentioned, do you mean the Kisaragi Foundation? Yeah, I can explain a whole lot about it because my memory is kind of blurry. Anyway, Kokoro, I know you just said it, but you do look a lot more energetic than I thought. Aren't you uncomfortable like that? If I ever got into a situation like you, gosh. Trapped in the bed, not even able to say a word? That would be terrible. Ira, it's rude to say that right in front of her. Yeah, not really. I wasn't an outgoing person to start with. I like to be immersed in thoughts while lying down, so it's not a big problem. But of course, I would prefer to be free of this illness. We'll definitely be able to cure it. I don't have enough information on this disease, but it does pique my interest. It wasn't pleasant when I first contracted it, but now I mostly feel fine, aside from a few occasional fevers. I'm planning to write a research paper on this disease when I manage to escape this island. That's great, but aren't you a bit too laid back? I do feel bored from lying in bed all day. I would appreciate it if you bring some books from the library at your next visit. You really got super energetic, even more so than before you got the disease. Alright, I'll bring some books when I come back for lunch. Let me know if you need something else. Thanks. Teruya, I feel like this task is quite cumbersome for you since you're obligated to come every time. Not a problem. You were the first person to help me when I was standing there with memory loss. You can think of it as my way of paying you back. Teruya, you're blushing. Did you really have to point that out? LOL. Kokoro, she looks pretty talkative when she's typing on a device. I didn't know that because she was quiet all the time in the chat rooms. It added more humor when you say those things with a straight face. Is that so? As Iroha said, she seemed just fine, unexpectedly. Everyone seemed to get along, and even Hibiki and Kanade are doing their best during the investigation. If we find a clue to this, then things would truly be looking up. No fucking way. More free time? What the how many fucking... I've gotten fucking 20 free times this chapter, man. Okay, let's go hang out with Shinji. This is crazy. Dude, the void is slacking, man. There you are. What else do you like? I have a crowbar, I can give you that. Alright, I forget you're a firefighter. Kokoro's motivation has given me strength. Let's do this. Yes. You want to talk with me? Nothing good will come from talking with me. Spend time teasing Shinji as his body twisted in discomfort. Crowbar. Sorry, thank you so much. I don't have anything to give in return though. Hey, Shinji. Yeah? How long are you going to keep reacting like that? Well, I really am not used to it. Last time you suddenly ran away without a word. Why do you have so much trouble talking to women in the first place? You don't by any chance react like that to your mother, right? That's I don't suppose I'll ever know. Her Oswald doesn't really have a mother. She divorced my father when I was very young. Sorry, that was inconsiderate of me. No, it's alright. Anyways, my family consists of my father, a little brother, and me, so only 3 men. After elementary school, I only ever went to all-male school from middle and high school. Plus, female firefighters are rare. So I've never spoken face-to-face with a girl before at work. This is all new. Even so, you're going too far. Oh, I'm sorry. This isn't going to work out. What are you going to do with stuff like dating or marriage in the future? I might be too young for that. What are you talking about? If you're talking about age, you're already a full-grown adult. Somehow, I can't let myself just leave you be. I feel a strange urge to protect you. Is that so? I'll help you out. Let's strengthen your immunity with girls. I'll go out with you. Let's strengthen your immunity with girls. Yes, there's no choice. I'll help you out. Help me out. To strengthen your immunity with girls. You don't have to go that far, though I'm thankful. I'm giving up my time for you, so please cooperate with me. From now on, we're going to start having these daily conversations. Even if you say so. If you keep going like this, you'll never be able to talk to or get engaged to a woman. Are you really okay with that? Well, it's part of my nature. It's probably not your nature. You're full of passion when you talk with men, right? You'll be able to talk fine with women if you just get used to it. I'll help you on the way, so try your best. Okay. Experience gained during investigation increases. I never investigate, so pointless. Increases maximum HQ by triggering a flash trial. Sure, man. Promise to help the anxious Shinji. I return to my room. More free time, dude. I have too much free time. I don't know what to do with it. Can I even go out or? No, I have to go to sleep. Okay. Start by 2. It's been more than 2 weeks since I've woken up and met everyone on this island. Dude, I'm pretty sure 2 weeks into the first game we were on like chapter 4 or chapter 5. Since I have no memory, I have no one or place to return to, but I wonder about the others. It'd probably be more painful than anything I could imagine. That's all the more reason I should help everyone escape here as soon as possible. Okay, so nothing happened today. Start by 1. If I get more free time, I'm gonna freak out. I'm gonna finish all the fucking free time events in this game by chapter 3, man. What am I gonna do for the rest of the game? I guess it's because they want you to investigate, but I'm just not doing that. So, it's morning. It feels good when I stretch. So let's do our best in investigating today as well. I guess I should first head to the diner to eat breakfast with everyone. Good morning, everyone. Sorry, good morning. How are you? You're a bit late. I mean, it isn't our first, right? Emma, it's been quite a while since we last had breakfast. We didn't have much of an appetite lately, right, Em? You always woke up first. Yes, even now I'm not feeling hungry, but I can't starve forever. You said it. I've lost my appetite as of late as well. Even though the food is still delicious. Kokoro is still the same as always? Yeah, her body doesn't seem to be getting any better, but she's the same as always. I hate to break it, but it seems we've switched everything in the second island. Mannerism, man. What? We've made no progress. I'm getting a bit tired of that. Yeah, please spare me my life. Dang it, a week has passed and why isn't Race showing up? What is the Foundation doing? I'm telling you, that woman was killed. Nonsense, the Foundation will definitely save us, so please wait till then. Everyone, don't give up. We might have missed something, so search once more. Fufu, are Ibiki cheering us up? She's right, no more negative talk. Let's give our best today. We have plenty of time to spare anyways. So that's right, we're on a no-death streak for a week. Don't say that out loud. So maybe we can worry less about the void, the murder, and... Bro, sometimes your attitude bothers me, so could you please stop it? Seriously? Has anyone seen Kokoro since yesterday evening? Huh? Kokoro's stuck in her room. What kind of question is that? Well, when Emma, Terry, and I went to Kokoro's room last supper, there was no answer when we called her, so we just left the food in front of her room. Okay. That's insane. She always opened the door for a meal, so I just got kind of worried. Huh? There was no food when I passed her last night, though. Maybe Kokoro ate it? Maybe she was just resting when you guys went there. Maybe? I guess so. That's a relief then. Now that breakfast is over, let's start the investigation. Who's gonna bring Kokoro's breakfast this time? I'll go. I didn't go yesterday. Terry, you're free right now, right? Her eye spirits were only temporary. The nothingness, despite our efforts, was enough to lower spirits little by little. Everyone seemed to fear that things might become rough again if we don't gain any progress. No fucking way! How many free time am I gonna get? Dude, this is fucking insane. I guess we're gonna try to hang out with fucking Mikado, because I don't really have anyone else to hang out with. I could hang out with Otori, I guess. Do I want to do that instead? Maybe. Dude. Isn't Mikado in front of the door? He likes the portrait of Utsura, right? Yeah. We can try. Oh, Miss Sora, what is it? Is there a matter you'd like to discuss? I'm talking for the first time with a friend. What a heart-pounding experience. I asked Mikado about this and that. Your intimacy with Mikado has increased. I would like to give him a gift. Miss Sora, that portrait. Please allow me to take it, presuming if you're offering it as a gift, of course. Mikado seems to be very pleased. Mikado. Oh, Miss Sora, you're the first to ever to purposefully seek me out to talk with me. I'm positively thrilled. Does this mean I'm finally going to befriend one of my beloved classmates? Please, don't hesitate to ask me whatever you'd like. I'll help you with anything. Anything? Then please die. Go kill yourself or ASAP. Run around the island naked. Go kill yourself is very funny. Run around the island naked. Let's try that. Run around the island naked. Don't you think that's a little harsh? Oh my god. And you can. Why did I have the thing tell me what answer to give for Shinji, but I don't have it anymore. Then you can explain to me why you're doing all this. Doing what? Give me a break. You're the mastermind who planned this whole field trip of mutual killing. Well, I suppose you're not wrong. I see. So that's why you spoke to me, and not because we were friends. Whimper. It's not like you're going to tell me anything, anyways. I've already given up hope on getting any legitimate information out of you. Everyone sees things through their own lens. I have my own reason for going through with something such as this. It must be crappy ones. Fufu, it's a relief you're here with us, Miss Sora. What's that supposed to mean? No, it's nothing, Fufu. That aside, would you care to humor me? I was hoping we could chat for a bit. Tell me, Miss Sora, have you ever thought about the reason why we humans live? Not interested. Well, I for one am very interested in humans. Why are we trying to stay alive? To pursue happiness, to preserve our family lines, to make our dreams come true? It's a question that nobody can answer for sure. We all have different motivation to our lives. That's the funny thing about us humans. All other animals live solely for the reason of instinct. And yet with humans, you can even ask a question like, can different people live for the same purpose in life? I'd like to go with no. Even twins who are essentially the same, even down to the genetic level, are individuals who think differently from each other. Even with cells in appearance of 100% identicality, two separate human brains cannot be one and the same. What are you trying to say? Fufufu, nothing. I'm just striking up a bit of friendly chatter between classmates. If you don't have anything to say as the mastermind, then don't have any business with you. Allow me but a moment, please. We're just getting to the fun part. Do you think it's possible for a brain to be completely wiped and reset, then go on to restore its memories as if nothing had ever changed? Very, very strange thing to ask of me. I would have to go with no for this question as well. I believe that a person's character relies much more on the surroundings than memories to develop. So in conclusion, the human brain is more affected by its surroundings as opposed to its memories. I'm not interested now. I'll be leaving before my day's ruined from having to listen to your nonsense alone. I'm not finished with my story. Well, I suppose it doesn't matter. Not as long as you play your role in this field trip of mutual killing of ours. What do you mean by? And he's gone. I wonder what compelled him to talk to me about all that. Whatever is you're not gonna think about what he said about the brain being wiped? That kind of seems to apply to you, Sora. Whatever his motives may be, he's our enemy. We can never be friends. I like how Sora is like disinterested in the image. Oh, that's the last free time. I said you completed the event, right? Oh, okay, so I can't hang out with him again. Okay. I wonder if I had to give him the portrait for him to give me the event. After vowing to never talk with Mikado again, I returned to my room. Wait, I didn't even get a skill? What the hell? In an instant, the morning had passed. After lunch, I went to Yuki and Kiria to give Kokoro her lunch and for a visit. Uh-oh. Kokoro, we've got your lunch. Sorry, Yuki and I are here. Please open the door, Kokoro. Kokoro, are you there? Huh? Why isn't she answering? I'm surprised they would kill Kokoro off this early, though. Maybe she's still asleep. Wait a second, Yuki Kiria. Isn't this the breakfast Yuruko brought this morning in front of the door? Huh? Yeah, that's the one that Yuruko and I brought. Wait, she hasn't touched a thing? It's in the same state we left it in. Why would the breakfast still be here? Well, when I came here with Yuruko, there was no answer. So we just assumed she was sleeping. That's a bit suspicious. She didn't answer last supper as well. So this is the third time in a row she didn't answer? I guess so, but technically Yuruko did say that she seemed to have eaten her supper at least. Wait, this couldn't possibly be. Kokoro, please answer us. Kokoro, just once. Let's go on an interview, Teruya. I've got a bad feeling about this. The one that I felt so many times. The one just before something really bad happens. I got anxious as I heard Teruya's words. No answer for 3 times in a row. The untouched breakfast. My brain started to think of possibilities of what this could mean. Kokoro, please answer us, Kokoro. Maybe something happened to Kokoro? I don't know, but I feel really bad about this. What's wrong? I heard the ruckus from downstairs. Is something up? Setsuka, something might have happened to Kokoro. She didn't answer since yesterday evening, and she didn't even touch today's breakfast. What? Kokoro, are you there? Open up. Despite our desperate calls, there was still no response. What should we do? Is there any way we can open the door? It's useless. Our rooms cannot be opened without our respective handbooks. And the rules forbid us from breaking the door down. No, there is a way. Monocro, you foul sparrow. That's the second time someone has called him a foul sparrow. A foul sparrow? How disgraceful. I'm the highest crow of crows. Monocro, open Kokoro's door. Huh? It's quite troublesome. You can't open the dorm door without the owner's consent. She isn't responding to us. You're going to take responsibility if something happens to her? You're a teacher and you're just going to let your student be in danger? Blimey, you're most definitely right. Quite straight to the point, aren't you? Well, I do believe we're a bit too late on that, though. What do you mean by... For further reference's purpose, let me say it's allowed to break the door down in dire situations. The rules are strict, but it shall be forgiven to break them in certain situations. For instance, a murder. Well, since you did go out of your way to call me, I'll open the door this time. The door's unlocked. Kokoro. Whoa, what's this steam? It's freezing. As soon as the door was open, we were greeted by a freezing blast. We slowly made it through the freezing steam and stepped inside the room. Monoko did say we were too late. We did our best to ignore that comment and convince ourselves everything would be fine. But soon the scenery that was bestowed upon our eyes destroyed every last hint of our hope. Jesus. Really? Yeah, her hands and legs and feet are cut off like I predicted. I did not expect them to kill off Kokoro this early. They got me. I got played. I didn't hang out with her because I was sure she would live for a lot longer. Damn. That's crazy. I did not expect her to die at all. Even after she got the disease, then yeah, that's crazy. On the bed, there she was, cold and stiff like a block of ice. Was the okay? Is some fucking idiot in the group really going to be like, oh my god, guys, the ghost lady, the ice lady killed her? The course of the ultimate psychologist, Kokoro Mitsume, greeting us with silence. Why is she not in her underwear? Man, I should have hung out with her. Her skills are probably good. A body has been discovered. Please gather at the crime scene of Kokoro Mitsume's room. Yeah, the BDA playing. We can't deduce anything from the BDA here. We have 4 people. How much time has passed? As soon as we entered Kokoro's room, the body announcement came on. The screams of others, the dreadful despair, the emptiness. It felt like I was going unconscious. When I came to, all the students were gathered in Kokoro's room, including Monokuro. I think it's going to be really important who went to give her food and when. No, this isn't real. Please tell me I'm dreaming. Sniff. Don't cry, sis. You'll live longer if you smile a lot. Okay, that kind of is going to become the Joker again for the investigation. Smile. Who would smile at a time like this? What's the matter? I was just consoling my sis. Kokoro, no, Kokoro. Dang it. Where was I when this happened? Shinji, Kasa, you useless. Okay. Purely vibes based, having literally 0 evidence, I think the killer is Emma. I have absolutely 0 evidence. That's just my vibe right now. Dang it. Where was I when this happened? Shinji, Kasa, you useless. I can't believe this. I thought I'd finally seen the last of all these murders. Dude, they never ever have the smart characters die this early in these games. That's really surprising. Kokoro's room was a mess. Maybe because it had been almost 10 days since Yuri's death, but everyone was starting to worry less about the murders. Maybe because of the atmosphere the past few days, but we thought nobody would get killed. I wonder if they searched all over the room because they were worried that like she already knew who the Void members were, and she had written it down somewhere and kept it in her room so that if she died, people would find it. Or maybe because Kokoro was with us longer and we were closer with her than with Yuri. The situation was much more worse than Yuri's. Well, is there anything we can cover her up with? I don't want her to lie there without any clothes on. It would be disrespectful. Is she supposed to be naked, or like is the underwear only there so the game doesn't get like age rated or something? I mean, it's a fan game, it doesn't matter, but you know what I mean. There's no blanket. How about we put this fur coat on her? Boys, please don't look for a second. Hey, what do you think you're doing? Touching a corpse like it's nothing. Get your hands off. You little, I won't let you say stuff like that. Please, spare your precious sentiment. What if that girl does something to the body while pretending to cover her up with that? True. What? Are you trying to pick a fight? Seobai's right, everyone. Okay, yeah. Dude, Kanade actually just becomes a joker when someone dies. That's really funny. Seobai's right, everyone. I understand you're mourning, but since there's been a murder, we gotta do that thing again. And what's that? Why, it's the heart-throbbing fun for the whole family Clash Royale, of course. That's right, it's time for Clash Royale, the time where I get to spend with my dear friends. God, you should just shut up. So Clash Royale, does that mean the killer is one of us again? The one who murdered Kokoro? It can't be. Why? We were friends for over 10 days after Yuri's death. We were all beginning to trust each other again. Yeah, there was no special motive, or reason to commit such a thing. It's the Voids. There's no one but the Voids who could have murdered Kokoro. The Voids, of course, they're the root of all this. Probably. Not 100%, but it probably is a Void that killed her. Was it all for nothing? Our efforts to help change the tree of Voids amongst us. They keep saying amongst us. Was it not enough? Their naive thoughts end up killing Kokoro. If she was gonna die anyway, she should just have told us who the Void members were, huh? Wait, that can't be. That's strange. And I'm gonna ask, what's strange, Ira? Kokoro was killed by the curse. You're so stupid. I liked you. Why are you saying this? Kokoro was killed by the curse. She wasn't killed by anybody. A clash royale isn't supposed to happen. What, are you talking about the Yuki Ona's curse from the museum? Look at her ankles and wrists. They're frozen without any hands or feet. The Yuki Onna must have taken them. That's what it said in the exhibit. Please don't say this in a trial. They freeze and cut off the person who they spite. What kind of crap is that? Please get serious. So based. Kanade is definitely my favorite character. A cursed, I know it doesn't exist. I would rather it did at this point. It's better than thinking one of us was the one who killed Kokoro. Even if one of us did kill Kokoro, who could we find who did it in the class trial? Last time we couldn't have done anything without Kokoro, and that same Kokoro is now. Everyone, you've given up on trying to think. What? Well, it's to be expected. These past few days, you all gave up on logical thinking. We can't do it without Kokoro. This is the worst. This is the work of a curse. Those are the words of people who have given up on thinking on their own. There are plenty of other examples as well. Let's all stop doubting each other and trust everyone. What a foolish thought. Humans are far more intelligent than that. What do you want us to do then? You're the cause of all this. I don't think you have the right to say that. These students have done their best. They thought hard and came up with many ideas. But you have it wrong. I didn't say that it was a bad thing. Humans are intelligent but also decisive. If you choose to not think at all, that would be boring. And that won't create a proper class trial, would it? So let me provide you some motivation. If you successfully pass the class trial, I'll give you all a small present. I mean, you're all gonna die if you don't pass the class trial. But since there are presents on the line this time, please cheer up, everyone. Shut up, Mikado. We don't want your damn presents or your cheers. Everyone, we must do this. Sorry. There's no other choice. If we don't, we'll all die. We've done this once. We know we can't run away from this. Sora's right, and Mikado has a point. It has been bugging me all this time, and maybe we did give up on thinking. What do you mean, Nikkei? You agreed to our plan, right? I'm saying that it might have been a wrong decision. Well, let's do this talk when the trial is over. First, we need to do this, or else we'll all be killed. Alright. We have to go through that again, that dreadful class trial? We can't. We'll all die, all of us. Come on, sis. You can't give up that easily, right? Let's do this. We must, for Kokoro's sake. For his sake, we can't give up. We'll win this class trial. Everyone, focus on that for now. Ah, you're right, dang it. We can think about the other things later and get the class trial over with right now. Yeah, if we do this together, we'll definitely make it. Fufu, everyone's panel already. This took longer than last time. Then for your courage, I present you the Monochrome File 2. What's with the number 2? It means it's literally the second one. No, then I'll give you about 1 hour to investigate. It's a really short amount of time. Do your best to find out the culprit until I call you over. Fufufu, mwahaha. If we don't do this, we'll all die. The merciless rule of this class trial forces us to move forward instead of giving up. We all ready ourselves. We'll do this to survive. Okay, in the first game, and another one, the second case was by far the most complicated out of all of them. So I wonder if this is going to be the case this time too. Well then, let's start the investigation. And everyone, could I have a moment? I would like to request somebody to guard the body again. Would 3 people be fine again? No, I think 2 would be enough. The room's quite small anyway. To be honest, I requested 3 last time since Hajime was being so suspicious. Was he? Then I'll guard the scene this time. I guess because he did like propose himself instantly when you asked who could check the crime scene. It was like, oh yeah, I'll do it, like without any arguments or anything. So then I'll guard the scene this time, and I'd like the other person to be a girl as well. I want to investigate the body along with guarding the scene and all. Then why don't I do the favor? I won't be much help anyways. Yuriko, a bit unreliable, but I guess you'll do. You're so funny. Thank you. Now, let's now start the investigation. Come on, sis. Isn't Kanade acting a bit weird? Was she always like this? She switches up a lot. Don't worry, Teruya. Where to start? It's pretty hard to pick a starting spot, just like last time. I can't just stand here doing nothing. I won't die on this island. Alright, here we go. Where to start? It's pretty hard to pick a starting spot, just like last time. Sorry, how about reading the Monochrome file first? You're right, can you do me the favor? Here you go. The victim is Kokoro Mitsume. Time of death is unknown. Location of death is Kokoro Mitsume's room. Location of death? I don't think it ever told us that before. Like, where she died? Oh, I never saw that she's wearing like cute little flippers. That's cute. Both hands and feet have been cut off and missing. There's also 2nd and 3rd degree frostbite all over the body, causing necrosis to the cells. Other possible cause of deaths are destruction of cellular tissues due to hypothermia or frostbite. So the cold is what killed her. There may be additional signs. I knew it right away due to the extremely cold air when I came into this room. As I expected, she most likely froze to death. But this monochrome file seems strange. So what's the matter? Yuriko, did you read the monochrome file? Yeah, kind of. Don't you think there's something strange about this monochrome file? Strange? Where? It says the time of death is unknown, unlike when Yuri's time of death was clearly stated. Also, the exact cause of death is unknown since it says possible cause of death. I mean, I guess, yeah. Why are these left so ambiguous? Cause she didn't actually die by freezing. She died by something else, and he doesn't want us to know. Now that I think about it, that's right. But the monochrome file only provides basic information, so it would be better to rely on our own investigation. I see. I couldn't help but feel it was strange, but Yuriko's right. It's better to investigate ourselves. Let's get a move on, since there's plenty of things to investigate. Alright. Okay, first of all, I want to check what you got. You. I talked with Mikado. I thought I would get a clue about the killing sculpture, but all I got was posh talk. He's a very serious person. I'm not even able to trick information about him. What's the deal with this guy? Okay. Yeah, the only people I haven't hung out with are... I mean, you, but you're dead, and now you, but you're dead. So these two. And you... And you. I've hung out with everyone else. Last time Yuri's body was in a terrible state, but this time it feels worse. I agree, the murder must be insane. I mean, freezing somebody. If we can't find a killer, we're as good as dead. We need to investigate. What was the point in recreating the curse? Was there a reason for doing that? Well, I wonder if it was to make us think that she froze to death, to like mask the real cause of death with the urban legend. Nika, you don't look so good. Well, who would look good in a situation like this? I don't mind. We should focus on the class trial for now. Suspicious dialogue. Okay, that was suspicious dialogue. Emma, how's the investigation going? I'm sorry, but I want to focus on the investigation for now. We can talk in the class trial. I have to avenge the kill of Kokoro. Yes, I'll work hard to investigate. No problem with surveillance so far. Nobody's acting suspicious. Thank you. I'll investigate on your behalf. Being next to a body is creepy. At least it doesn't smell because the body's frozen. Don't say that. It's morbid. Is that so? Sorry. You always say like weird stuff out of nowhere. It's funny. Okay. Oh, it's sisters. Kanade will solve everything. Kanade will solve everything. Okay. What are you doing, Kanade? Oh, haha, it's nothing. Ooh, suspicious? I don't think you're definitely not the killer, but you're doing something. Oh, sorry. How's the investigation going? You're in the way. Get out. Aren't you being mean to me? Especially when I found a clue just for you. A clue? Yes. Take a look at this. What's this? Dry ice? It's an open pack of dry ice. I found it on the floor. Dry ice. So is this how they froze Kokoro? Who knows? But wouldn't it be difficult to freeze someone with just these? Could partially freeze some parts, but this is a solid material. Definitely not enough to completely freeze Kokoro's whole body. Was this put in like the AC or something to make the entire room cold? Or? But the fact that this open bag exists means that it must have been used somehow. Perhaps the low temperature of this room is proof of that. It would be definitely hard to freeze a whole body with just this. The fact that it exists means it must have been used. Okay, why would the killer just leave this bag like lying here in the middle of the room, by the way? That seems really stupid. I know in Danganronpa 2, there was a rule in the handbook that was like you couldn't litter, so you couldn't. That meant that the killer couldn't throw evidence away. So that was a good excuse to explain why evidence was found at the crime scene that the killer could have just easily gotten rid of, because they couldn't get rid of it because that's littering technically. But we don't have a rule like that, so they could have just thrown it in the sea and we would have never found this. That's what I just said. Considering the cold hair and the white mist that was here, there's the possibility that they used it to lower the room's temperature. This feels like an important clue. I should write this down. Sorry, since I'm the one who found this, could I have a thank you or something? Ignoring them. What's this? Drum. This is a drum container. What is this doing in Kokoro's room? On closer look, the drum container contains labeled with the letters, caution, liquid nitrogen. Liquid nitrogen, this thing can freeze an object in an instant. After carefully opening the lid and looking inside, I found that it was empty. If it's empty, it means that somebody used it. This seems like an important clue. Why did you need both? Why did you need the dry ice and the liquid nitrogen? Sorry, what are you doing? Tetsuka, look, I found another clue. It's liquid nitrogen. The culprit must have used this to freeze Kokoro. Using liquid nitrogen to freeze Kokoro? Don't you think so too? If they used liquid nitrogen, there must be some traces left somewhere. What do you mean? If they put Coco on the bed and poured liquid nitrogen on her, the sheets in the bed should have been frozen as well. I was thinking more they put her in the barrel. But that's more what I was thinking. But there aren't any frozen traces anywhere, let alone the bed. Only the air is freezing. If they didn't pour it on her, maybe they could have dunked Kokoro in the container and then pulled her out? If that's the case, they wouldn't have been able to pull her out. Their hands would have frozen the instant they put it in the container. Okay, I mean, come on. You use a bit of think about this a bit. They could have pulled her using something. Come on. And if they poured it on the floor would be completely frozen. And the container is empty, right? If they dipped her in, there would be some traces inside. So that means... Okay, so we're saying she wasn't... Okay, sure. I'll just accept that. Whatever. That means the culprit didn't use liquid nitrogen. But then why is this... Well, I guess we need to investigate more, but we can't jump to conclusions. So hearing Setsuka's words, it does feel like there is something suspicious about the container. I said to write it down for now. What does it say exactly? How much dry ice are we talking here? We say there's packs of dry ice. Is there a lot? Is there like one pack? Like, we were saying they couldn't have frozen the entire body with just a dry ice. This seems very scientific. This isn't exactly my strong suit. Do I need to know like a specific chemical reaction to solve this murder? Because I don't know anything about that. Wait, there's 2 monopads? What is this? Are the student handbooks? I checked my pocket if it was mine. Mine was safely tucked in my pocket. I think it's probably Kokoro's. Ah, Nikkei. That handbook is making things so much more complicated. What do you mean? Think about it. Our room can only be opened by the owner's handbook. The handbook is inside the room and Kokoro was killed inside the room. So the key to the room was inside the room. A locked room mystery? Yep. Yeah, and Kokoro would never open the door if it's not for her meals. So that would mean someone who is here for her food used that chance to kill Kokoro. That would be impossible. It'd be possible if one person visited her. But including Tyria, there was always more than 2 people that had visited her. Jesus. I see. But there are no other ways to enter these rooms. The only possible time is during mealtime. Nikkei, maybe if somebody had stolen Kokoro's handbook, couldn't they enter whenever they wanted? Huh? They could have snatched the handbook while giving Kokoro food. Then after that, they could have entered the room freely as they please. Do you not need to unlock the handbook with your fingerprint to use it? That's not possible either. So what if they steal it? You can't turn the handbook on if you don't have the owner's fingerprints. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Oh, but their hands are cut off. Ah. Right. Is the culprit in the room right now have Kokoro's hand in their pocket? Even if you happen to leave with the handbook still powered on, the handbook automatically enters sleep mode after a certain amount of time. So okay, so you can't keep it on by like keep pressing on it over and over. So unless you plan to re-enter right after, you won't be able to enter the room. I thought I solved the mystery. Anyways, if you don't solve the trick behind this locked room mystery, this will be a difficult trial. You can't enter the room without the handbook. Then how did the culprit enter Kokoro's room? Also, how was the room locked is my biggest question. Does the room automatically lock? Monochrome explained it, but it's been like 10 hours. Yeah, he explained it at the beginning of chapter 1. I don't remember exactly. So, how's your progress? I'm still stuck. Me too. We should keep investigating. Alright, I wanted to ask you something, Yuki. Ask me? About what? Yuki, you said this morning that Kokoro didn't open her door when you brought her food last night, correct? Can you give me a recount of that situation? It might help. Sure, if that would help. It's just like I said in the morning. After dinner last night, I suggested that to Emma. With Emma always leaving first after she finished her meal, I haven't had a chance to talk with her. So I suggested going to visit Kokoro together. My, what a brave move on your part. Are you sure there weren't any personal feelings involved? Personal feelings? Emma wasn't in the best shape because of Kokoro. Wasn't in the best shape. And she was looking for somebody to join her to visit Kokoro anyways. I'm joking, just continue. Good one, Sora. There's a fucking body with their hands and feet cut off on the bed. Anyway, so that's how Emma, Teruya, and I went on a visit to give Kokoro a supper. But she didn't answer when we called her. Even when we told her Teruya was there. When there was still no answer after multiple tries, we just assumed she was sleeping. So we left the supper in front of her door and left. It'd be logical to assume that she was already dead at that point. I doubt that. Remember Yoriko's words? The supper we left on her doorstep had been removed that night. I mean, anyone could have come and taken it. Like, Yoriko? What, did someone call me? Ah, Yoriko, perfect timing. Is it true that the food at Kokoro's doorstep was gone by last night? Huh? Well, yeah, that's what I saw. I told you that this morning. Come to think of it, it was Yoriko who brought today's morning meal, right? If it's okay, could I ask you what you did this morning then? I mean, I just delivered the food and did my usual stuff. I went to Riteria to deliver the breakfast, and when I went there was no answer. So just like Yuki, I left the food there and went straight back to the village. The village? What for? I always practice cooking in the morning at the village, and hope that one day we won't have to rely on Mikado's cooking. But the breakfast that Yoriko left is still here untouched on the doorstep. From the clues from the meals, it's almost certain Kokoro died this morning. No. What's with those looks? Are you guys suspecting me? Not one bit. It's useless to suspect anyone when the trial hasn't even started. Yuki, we need more clues for now. You're right, let's not jump to conclusions. The only time anyone would have been able to enter this room is during 3 scheduled visits. Excluding just now when we found Kokoro's corpse, the possible times are this morning and yesterday evening. Yoriko and Yuki's account on those 2 visits might come in handy. I should write this down. No, last line was missing. Visit Kokoro, but she didn't answer. She didn't answer. So Yoriko left it on the doorstep and went to the village as usual. Is it relevant that she specifically went to the village and not somewhere else? I'm not getting much here. Still don't really have a clear picture on anything. A refrigerator. Perhaps there's some kind of clue inside here. Nothing special to note. Huh? Wait, this is... I thought it was a normal refrigerator, but I soon found some oddities within its structure. The divider is a bit tilted. The divider looks slightly unnatural, almost like it was placed roughly. So this divider was removable. How odd. Oh, sorry, you noticed that too? Are you talking about the refrigerator dividers? It does look a bit suspicious, but I doubt it'll be an important clue. No, not that. Don't tell me you missed it. The dying message. The dying message? I opened the door and searched the inside again, but I didn't see any dying message. Where's the dying message? Huh, sorry, you're denser than you look. See the bottom compartment over there? Are we talking about these icicles? Yep, this is Kokoro's dying message. These icicles are the dying message? I thought these were just frozen icicles that had dropped down. Sorry, we can deduce 2 facts from these icicles. First, the refrigerator's output is set to maximum power. I'm sure you've heard of a monochrome, but the refrigerator in our rooms can be set to instant freezing or defrosting. Right, I remember that. Or defrosting modes depending on its output power. This particular refrigerator is set to instant freezing mode. I see. I guess the one in my room isn't cold enough to form icicles. Second, Kokoro uses these icicles to leave a dying message. So I take a closer look at these icicles. On closer inspection, the icicles had small carvings on their lower, wider side. On one side it says F, and the other O. I thought those were just scratches, but these were deliberately engraved by someone. Yep, and if you look closely, 2 of those 8 icicles are overlapped. Overlapped? Well, to be specific, it's more like the longer one had penetrated the smaller one. And the pierced icicle, the smaller one, has not F and O, but F and I engraved in it. What? After hearing you say that, I have to agree. But how do you know that this is the dying message? I mean, it's obvious the icicles were lined up in an unnatural way. The refrigerator being on instant freezing mode was suspicious as well. So what does it mean? Are you for real? Does the dying message have any other purpose than to point out the killer? Then did you find out who the culprit is? I can't tell you right now as I'm not completely sure myself. Fufu, but don't worry, I'll be sure to figure it out before the trial. This is the dying message, the message that points out who the killer is? Although I'm not sure what it means, but I can't just leave it all to Kanade. We should figure it out together at the trial. Okay, I want to read that, please. What? F-O and F-I. There was a dying message in case 2 in the second game too, and the first game too, and it tripped me up. Is this gonna be Japanese wordplay again? Dying message. Okay, this is wrong though. This is wrong because didn't Kanade just said this is not wrong. This is incomplete. Didn't Kanade just said that the smaller icicle had F and I engraved on it instead of F and O? I want to reread. Sorry, I'm going back in the VOD. I want to see exactly what Kanade said. On their lower, wider sides. What is their lower, like the wider side? Okay, sure. On one side it says F and the other O. There's 8 icicles in total and 2 of them are overlapped. And the smaller one has F and I, but every other one has F and O. Dude, again, this is the question. If Kokoro was alive and could leave a dying message, why would she leave something so ambiguous instead of just like Emma did it, or like Nike did it? Why would you do it like this? Did she have a reason? Oh, sorry. In case 2, in the first game, it kind of made sense because the dying message was like written over. F-O and F-I. F-I is penetrated by F-O. What? Let me keep investigating. I'll ruminate on this in the background, in the Mind Palace. F-O, F-I, 8 total. F-I is penetrated by an F-O. Kokoro's corpse was laying down in the bed like a block of ice. Kokoro, who killed you? Would we be able to figure out the culprit without Kokoro's help? No, we can't be in a state of despair. Even without Kokoro, we need to win the class trial. Kokoro, if you'll excuse me, I'll need to touch around your body. Kokoro's corpse was frozen and she was only wearing underwear. Yeah, why? It was an appalling sight, but the culprit may have left some evidence behind. The cause of death is freezing, for sure. But since the Monaco file mentioned that there may be additional causes, I shouldn't jump to conclusions. In reality, Kokoro's both hands and feet were neatly cut off. Can you tell if they were cut off before or after she froze to death? Also, yeah, that's a very neat cut. This might be the direct cause of death, but nothing's confirmed yet. Other than that, there were no identifiable injuries. It's hard to notice other singularities in the first place. This is the whole corpse being frozen. Sorry, are you investigating Kokoro's corpse? Yeah, since I might find something that could be helpful. So did you find anything? No, not at the moment. I have a question though. Why is Kokoro only wearing her underwear? Isn't it because the culprit did it? What I'm saying is, why would the culprit take off her clothes in the first place? Well, there must have been some reason. For the moment, her clothes are under the bed. Maybe it's so that she can freeze as fast as possible? I don't really know. I really feel sorry for her. I don't want to die like this. I don't know who the culprit is, but I'm not going to let them off that easy. To leave Kokoro in such a horrible state like this, it's unforgivable. I wish I could cover her with a blanket, but thinking logically, Shiobai was right. There could be evidence found from the corpse. In fact, you're investigating the corpse too, Sora. Right. By the way, Sora, did you investigate the bed? The bed? While Irura and I were investigating around the bed, we found bloodstains. Of course I saw that. Aren't those from the disconnected hands and feet? No, not that. I'm talking about the dry bloodstains. Dry? Looks like some time had passed for these bloodstains to dry. The color proves that. So whether there's bloodstains, it doesn't seem like it's from the disconnected hands and feet. From the looks of it, the blood from the disconnected section of hands and feet is from the frozen blood vessels as they started to melt. With this, I can assume that the hands and feet were cut off after Kokoro completely froze. Really? Okay. Then these bloodstains are from before Kokoro was frozen. I think that's it, even though I'm not sure. Well, I can't figure it out with only this. Hiroko, you're unexpectedly smart. Why do you keep saying it's unexpected for me to use my brain? Can you see I'm trying my best to figure things out? I'll make sure to write that down. Thanks, Hiroko. Well, it's nothing. My guess right now is that they just cut off her hand to be able to use the handbook for the fingerprinting. And they made it look like the legend of the Snow Girl to hide to not make us think about why they cut off the hand. To hide that fact. That makes sense to me. I don't know what this other bloodstain is. Did the culprit get injured? Still a lot of evidence stuff. I think I searched every part of that room. Where should I go next? Shouldn't you be investigating the corpse? What are you doing here? Oh, well, sorry, what you doing there, standing still? I was just wondering what to investigate next. What about you? Weren't you supposed to go to the crime scene? Yeah. I was taking a quick bathroom break. The trial's about to start soon. Wouldn't want to wet my pants during the trial, so I left the crime scene to Hibiki. I see. Perfect timing, you over there. Sorry, I think he's calling you. You artist, yeah, you hairhead girl. Me? A hairhead? Wait, why me? I think this is the first time you've ever spoken to me. Doesn't matter who. I'm gonna take a nap in my room for a second, so wake me up when the trial starts. What kind of... I don't get what you're asking me, nor why you're even sleeping your investigation. If I say so, then do it. Before I do something in your precious life. Just do the same thing he does. Say, okay, just give me 1,000 mono coins and I'll do it. Like... Eek, alright, I'll do it. Shiobai, are you out of your mind? Did you even have the thought of investigating? Investigation? Why bother when I already know who done it? What? You know who's the culprit? Nah, that was such a shock that bathroom, you pissed yourself? What do you mean by knowing who done it? The culprit slipped a huge mistake in their words in front of only me. Really? In front of only you? Wait, why am I telling you this? Anyways, go tell the hairhead girl to wake me up later on. Okay, I'll pay attention to if people say things they shouldn't know. What are some things that they shouldn't know? If she doesn't, you're next. What is it with him? By the look of that confidence, it doesn't seem like he's lying. Even if he knows who's the black one, that attitude certainly isn't very pleasing. If we try to rely on him, who knows what will happen. I'll just ignore his words and try to solve this on our own terms. So, how did it go? Wait, where's Shiobai? I don't know the details either. He just left after telling me to ask you to wake him up. Unbelievable. Did you wash your hands? I got scared, so I accepted without a thought, but I'm not going. Never. What's with that attitude? Ignoring others as you please. Maybe it'll be better to leave him here so he'll be punished to death for not joining the trial. Yeah, sorry, is that going a bit too far? I'm joking, don't take it so seriously. Anyways, I'm going off to other places now. Okay, I guess I'll return to my post now. See you later. The culprit? Sealby wasn't in the room, right? So are we saying that the culprit is not anyone who is in the room? No, because the movements during the investigation are not canon to what we actually see, I think. Like in the last trial, Kanade said that he went to the mart and found or whatever and found the missing syringe during the investigation. When from my perspective, she had never left the crime scene. Maybe it's the same thing. Maybe people have been going in and out, but we haven't seen it. Maybe. It's a culprit so much that you even felt the need to sleep during most of the investigation. Okay, we're probably going to use this when we're like, man, we have no clues. We don't know who could have done it. Is there anyone who knows? And we present this. Whoa, sorry, good work as usual. Am I Yakuza or something? What's with that greeting? Moreover, Shinji, what are you doing here? This is the door to the balcony. Oh, well, when I went jogging this morning, I found something at the balcony, so... I saw something like a white, long cloth going towards the balcony, so I thought I'd find something here. A white, long cloth? Wait, sorry, I wasn't paying attention. A white, long cloth on the balcony? Yeah, but I didn't find anything. The balcony. Shinji, would it be possible to leave the monikers through this balcony? What? Why? Just in case? The windows are all closed here, so this is the only way out other than the main entrance. But it's quite tall. It might look silly, but the monikers itself has the proper structure of a regular cruise. Even if the sea is below, the water level is quite low, so if you fall into the water surface, you'll receive at least some bruises. Unless you're a boxer, because boxers are known for their ability to jump off tall buildings. So maybe if you were a boxer, you could jump off the ship and be fine. Then could you use some kind of a rope to pull yourself down? Huh? Well, I guess it wouldn't be impossible. Anyways, thanks. I'll write this down. Interesting image that they used for that evidence. I'll be leaving then. Sorry, where are you up to? I already thought of one of my next destination. A place that came to mind thanks to you. Thanks to me? I hope the investigation goes smooth on your part as well. The exhibit. Shinji said that the Ice Woman statue here was broken a few days ago. I don't know if it's because of that, but I felt like something might be here. I guess I was wrong. Excluding the broken ice statue, there wasn't any clues to note. Maybe I don't have any talent in investigation like Kanade said. The changing room. Since I'm already here, maybe I'll check this place. Wow, that scared me. Huh, Teruya? Oh, it's you, sorry. You scared me standing in front of the door like that. Did you go inside the changing room? Yeah, I was going to check the items list for the changing room. The items list? What's that? So you didn't know? Just a checklist of various items in the room. It's right there on the wall. So what about the list? I just checked to see if there's anything missing. Well, there weren't any. The item list also exists in other rooms like the convenience store and the gym. Well, it's hard to notice if you're not paying attention to it. Anyway, I was checking them one by one. This one is the last one, but nothing's unusual about it. So that's a relief. You've been checking all of them one by one? Yeah, I always do. My god, Teruya. Are you some kind of freak? What? How could you? Actually, as soon as I heard the word killing game, I felt the need to check it daily. I had a hunch that something bad might happen if I don't. I don't know why. Yeah, in the previous game, every trial, you were like the guy that would be like, oh, something got taken from the storeroom. I wonder if there's any point in that, but good work anyway. So nothing's wrong then? Well, I did find one weird thing. Something weird? One of the wig had some shards or something on it. I don't know how it got there. Wig? Maybe I'm being overly cautious. I don't know how. I don't know. It might not be relevant to the case at all. I mean, Kokoro was killed in a room, so why would there be a clue this far away? I'm just here to check the item list. Come think of it. Why you're here then? That's... Okay, that's it. Huh. Okay, well, this is definitely harder than the first case, I can tell you that. Well, I think there was enough time. I will not end the investigation. If you've been busy, you should have plenty of clues to deduce the case. Everyone, immediately at the entrance to the trial grounds at the first floor. If you're late, you have a hefty punishment waiting for you. Gosh, Teruya, I don't think we have any time left to be talking like this. Yeah, you're right. Let's head to the trial grounds right now. Sorry, you're here. Sorry, I'm late. Am I last place again? Nope. Irua and Seobai aren't here yet. What are they doing? They should be well aware of the penalty for being late. That being said, to come back to this place again, tell me about it. We wouldn't be here if there weren't any murders. To think that we'd have another victim. Kokoro. If Koro isn't here, don't worry, sis. I'll take care of everything. Teruya, you've got plenty of experience with this clash route thingy, right? Teruya was the stupidest motherfucker alive. Do not rely on him for anything in the clash trial. I have high expectations for you, okay? This has nothing to do with experience. I don't have any memory as well. And it might sound a bit irresponsible, but I'm not the brightest person around. Yeah, we know. Ray McCarr, now she's a girl you can rely on. But I'll do my best. I've changed since then. Guess who doesn't have high expectations for you? Me. Moreover, what is up with Irua and Shiobai? Why are they so late? I've got to say, what an unlikely duo. Irua's probably off to wake up Shiobai. Wake up? What do you mean? Well, Shiobai said he was going to take a nap until the class trial starts. Apparently he has nothing more to investigate. What? Nothing more to investigate? Unbelievable. How should I say this? He looked pretty relaxed. Says he already figured out who did it. The culprit? But I don't have a single clue on what happened. He's thinking that all this Kokoro's death is just fun and games? I can forgive that kind of attitude. Well, there's also the chance that he's actually the culprit and he's bluffing. Whatever the cause may be, he was still napping while everyone else was investigating for their lives. It's nothing new. The person was sleeping through the trial last time as well. He's definitely crazy. I'm sorry I'm late. Yawn. You Shiobai, enough of your arrogant acts. The class trial is no joke, got it? We're the last ones here, right? Let's get moving. Moving my ass, you always do nothing. Why are you late? You're Sorry, Shiobai, he isn't the type to easily wake up. This case is easy anyway, you can take it all by yourselves. I need to go over all the deals I'll be managing when I leave this place. He's on that fucking grind set, man. Listen to me. Calm down, Shinji. I wonder what his morning routine is like. Sorry's right, it isn't the first time Shiobai is like that. Just ignore him like we do with Mikado. Why would you ignore such a precious friend? But I just can't stand that kind of attitude. Shinji, this is the time to keep your head cool. You should never ever act emotionally and irrationally in class trials. Says you. Alright, right. If everyone says so, I'll calm down. Teruya, finally you feel like a true mentor. Is that a compliment? A bit late because of some students, but we should get things started. Is everyone ready? Everyone, please enter the elevator in front of you to join trial grounds. I'll be waiting for you there, Fufu. So it's starting again. I'm scared. Don't be afraid, we can't avoid this anyways, and we did what we can. We need to end this by talking about what we investigated. Yep, when the trial ends, at least one of us won't be here back up again. Sniff, yeah, you guys are right. I said I'm going to trust you guys again. It's because I trust you that I suspect you, to find a culprit and survive with everyone. Sis, I said you should just leave it to me. Guys, I have a favor to ask of you. It might sound out of place, but I really liked Kokoro. At first, I just wanted to talk to her, but she listened to me in my heart. I want to find the bastard who killed her. Please, lend me your strength. No need to be so formal, we all feel the same. Yup, if we talk positively, we can go through anything. Well, to be serious, if we don't do this, we'll end up being dead meat anyways. Don't you dare interrupt this touching moment, Mikado. Emma, if Kokoro didn't die, she would definitely have joined us in the end. Because you were there for her. It's a bit too late for that though. Thank you everyone. Now then, let's put an end to this. As Emma said, we all feel the same, except for a few. We were able to solve the last trial when it seemed impossible. We can do it again, that's what we're going to believe. I'll wait to review the evidence. Okay, you're definitely not the killer. There's a lot of shit involved in this case. Actually, maybe I shouldn't say that. Because clearly my meta knowledge isn't as good as I think it is. Because I did not expect Kokoro to die at all. So maybe the culprit can be someone I don't expect it to be. But still, I don't think you're the killer. You're not the killer. I have nothing to say, really. You're not the killer. My stomach is shaking, but I have to do it. Actually, you could be the killer. You could be. It's unlikely, but you could be. So I didn't even say thank you. No, I don't think you're the killer. I don't think you're the killer. Sorry, let's give it our all. I don't think you're the killer. Let's discuss who the culprit is based on our investigation. I don't think you're the killer. It would be lying if I said I wasn't scared, but we have to do our best. You're definitely not the killer. The class route, I don't remember, but it's a familiar place. I don't want to go back there. You're almost definitely not the killer. Let's go. You could definitely be the killer. I can see it. Kokoro, I will avenge you. You could also definitely be the killer. Kanade, what will we do? Will we end up like Coco? Leave it to me. I'm with you, so don't be scared, okay? Honestly, there is a chance that Hibiki is the killer. A small chance, but there is a chance. I don't think Kanade is the killer, though. There's no way. I would like to go to the class trial. Here goes nothing. Just like last time, the elevator made an unnerving sound and slowly made its way underground. Everyone kept sound as if we all agreed to. It was like there was now an unspoken rule that the elevator was a place to ready our hearts. The elevator descends as we ponder these thoughts and finally arrives at the class trial. You've come, I've been waiting. This place seems a bit different this time. It'd be boring if it was the same as always, eh? So for your amusement, I changed up the design. Amusement? Just how in the world is any of this amusing? Well then, please take your place where your name is written. You've done this once, so you all know it. You all know how it goes, right? Now let's start this. A big game with your lives on the line. Mwahaha. The second class trial. To say it feels any better having done it once before is a lie. As Monoko said, it's our lives on the line. I'm afraid and nervous. We all are. But Kokoro would have been much more afraid and painful. It was the same with Yuri, but Kokoro was much closer to us than Yuri. Everyone, not just Emma, is enraged. And if we don't find the culprit, we all die. We have to find out who did it. To avenge Kokoro's death. To survive. Time won't wait for us, and it's finally starting. The trial of life or death. The betrayal of life or death. The truth of life or death. The excuse of life or death. The trust of life or death. Life or death. The class trial. Kind of flubbed that last line, huh? I would like to save. Let's check our skills first before I do the serious stuff. Sharpshooter. Oh yeah, please, I need this. Without this, dude, you shoot so fucking slowly. Okay. I definitely want this. Okay. I don't think I checked over my recording earlier because I didn't know what Logic Craft was. We haven't had a Logic Craft yet, so I don't even know if this is good. I'll take this out for now. Bluffing. Okay, this is really good. This is just good in general, I think. 9 ball game. This is really good. 20? What do you mean 20? Are you crazy? Okay, I can't get that. There's no way. I mean, I guess I can just get everything except for sketch. Okay, whatever. I'll have free movement for Logic Craft, whatever that is. Do I want to turn this on? I guess it's fine to be able to save, even if it breaks up the flow a bit. Okay. Now serious time. Okay, right off the bat, before looking over everything else, I have no idea who it is. Whenever I'm at like the starting point for this, okay, first of all, let's just read everything again, just real quick. The low room temperature. Why was the room low temperature? Was it just can you just do that? I need to go back and look exactly what Monocro said when he was talking about the functionality in a room. The student handbook. You can only access it in the handbook. Wait, bloody? The fact that it's partially slanted and bloody. Did they mention that? I don't remember them saying that. Is bloody in the refrigerator? Okay, so then their corpse was put there. Did she put the icicles in there as she was freezing to death? How do you even get an icicle to pass through another one? Isn't that pretty hard without breaking it? F and O. It doesn't say it here, but it's the one that has another icicle piercing it as F and I. Breakfast and Yoko. Didn't answer it. Confident that he knows the culprit. He said the culprit slipped up and said something they shouldn't have in front of him. But he said only M, so I don't think I can know who that was or what they said. Maybe they'll slip up again during the trial. Who was talking to Seal by one-on-one anyway? A map would be useful because I'm curious how the balcony lines up with the rooms exactly. Some cloud on the balcony. Are we saying they escaped through the window from the room? What could this possibly mean? One of the waves had some fragments on it. Dude, this is definitely the most confused I've been in any of these trials. If you count the first game as well. I mean, I still think what I said earlier is correct. I think her hand was cut off so that they could use her monopad to unlock her door. Right? If that is the case, then the culprit needs to be someone who went into her room and like we theorized, they stole her monopad. But then how? No, that doesn't make sense. How did they go in again and cut her hand? When did Monaco explain to us the room functionality? That was a long time ago, wasn't it? Wasn't it when we first came into our room? I'm trying to find it. Oh, here it is. Okay. You can only open and lock doors using your student handbook. Take caution not to lose it. Also, please be aware that the student handbook will enter sleep mode if you leave it open for long enough without using it. You can turn the lights off by clapping. There's a high-tech refrigerator that can freeze and thaw things in an instant, a shower that matches your preferences. Also, there's a remote near the bed that allows you to open and close windows and doors even when you're laying down. Windows? Not just doors. Doors and windows? Okay, what about this? When when she opened the door, the last time she opened the door for her meal, the killer was secretly outside on the balcony, and they used a cloth and put when she opened the door, it opened the window at the same time, and the killer was in the balcony, and as Kokoro was talking to people in their room, the killer used the cloth to put it through the window, and no one noticed. And then when Kokoro tried to lock the door again, the window didn't lock properly because the cloth was in the way. And she didn't notice, so then the killer snuck in through the window that wasn't locked and then did the murder. I don't think that's it. What was the wig used for? Let's just focus on one thing. What was the wig used for? It has ice on its head, on the hair. Was this wig used in the costume party we had when all the girls dressed up? Let me look. It wasn't. None of us were wearing a wig. What's the point of the wig? Was the wig in the freezer? Dude, the things that seem completely bewildering to me right now are the dry blood stain. I don't exactly know how to answer it. Could be the killers, or she had another injury. Well, it doesn't say so in the monocle file though, right? Maybe she had like her finger cut off, and then her hand was cut off after or something, so that the injury wouldn't show up in the monocle file. The whole thing with the liquid nitrogen and the dry ice. Okay, let me Google. Maybe Google to rescue. What happens when you mix liquid nitrogen and dry ice? When dry ice is introduced into liquid nitrogen, the liquid nitrogen boils rapidly due to the heat transferred from the warmer dry ice. The liquid nitrogen also cools the dry ice, making it even colder. Additionally, the gaseous carbon dioxide released by dry ice is cooled by the liquid nitrogen, causing it to deposit as tiny dry ice particles, creating a visible cloud. Can I see what it looks like? Okay, here we go. A video of someone putting dry ice in liquid nitrogen. Okay, it goes crazy and makes a bunch of steam. Okay. Does it evaporate, or? Because that could explain how all the liquid nitrogen disappeared without leaving any traces. ChatGPT, please help me. I need a more expansive explanation. Extreme cooling. Dry ice is already very cold. Okay, liquid nitrogen is way colder than dry ice. dry ice gets even colder. As your dry ice slowly warms up again, it'll start sublimating and normally and produce its usual dense, cold CO2 fog if there's moisture in the air. The white fog you see around liquid nitrogen isn't nitrogen, it's actually tiny water droplets from the air condensing because the nitrogen gas is cold. I'm asking ChatGPT, how long would it take for a barrel of liquid nitrogen to evaporate? The fucking FBI is gonna come knocking on my door, man. Like, what the hell are you doing? An open, uninsulated 200-liter barrel of liquid nitrogen would fully evaporate in about 12 hours at room temperature. Okay, how long would it take if you put dry ice in it? You could, if you, okay, ChatGPT is telling me the liquid nitrogen would normally take 12 hours to evaporate at room temperature, but if you put dry ice in it, it would take about 1 to 2 hours. Could take as low as 30 minutes if you put in a ton of dry ice, but I don't think we have that much. So maybe what killed her wasn't even the cold, it was just the fucking CO2. She just couldn't breathe. And she couldn't leave her room either because she was paralyzed. Maybe that's what happened. That's just a small part of the murder though. Even if that's what it is, and I just figured it out. I mean, I didn't figure it out. I asked ChatGPT and it gave me the answer, but I didn't know that. But okay, so that explains like this. That explains these 3 pieces of evidence. Okay, sure. I guess after she asphyxiated from the CO2, then they put her in the freezer to freeze her to death for some reason. Then they cut off her hands and feet for some reason. Also, she got a wound before anything else happened. They probably did something to her to make sure she couldn't escape the room or something. Because she said she could still crawl to the door. She could have done that to escape. This... how is it inside the room though? Does it lock automatically when you leave? I don't think so. So how is it locked from the inside? Okay, I think her body was put in the refrigerator and they put the divider back in after, so that's why it's misaligned. Dying message, FOFI. couldn't you just written the name of the fucking killer, man? Maybe she didn't know. F-O-F-I. Is it the periodic table of elements? Hang on. Where's nitrogen? Nitrogen is number 7. It's an N. Doesn't really fit. What is element F? F is fluorine. O is oxygen. O is iodine. Don't think that's it. FO is piercing FI. FO is piercing FI. I don't know. I don't have any ideas for this. The meal disappeared, but that doesn't mean anything. Anyone could have eaten it, obviously. Balcony. Plot. I keep coming back to the wig. What's the point of the wig? Okay, again, I was gonna say at the beginning, when I'm in a situation like this where I have absolutely no clue like who it could be, I always try to look like what's the one piece of evidence that points to somebody, because there always needs to be someone that points to somebody. So okay, this doesn't point to anyone. 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 This is just information that she knew. Like anyone could have told this to us. This doesn't point to anyone. Actually, wait. Didn't you say Tyria counted them every day? Would you not have noticed that the bag of dry ice and the giant fucking barrel of liquid nitrogen was missing from the T-Mart or whatever? Or did you just not check that? Were you only checking that one room? Okay, whatever. Okay, this isn't pointing to anyone. This isn't pointing to anyone. This doesn't point to anyone. This could be pointing to someone, but I'm too dumb. I don't get it. Maybe I'll eureka onto this before next time. But Yuki, Emma, and Tyria. This does point to people. And then it was Yuriko and Tyria, I assume. She didn't go alone, right? So Yuki, Emma, and Tyria went last night. That does point to people. That's one of the few pieces of evidence, like I said, that points to somebody. So we could use this as evidence if it's somehow relevant that they went to give her food. So, but she didn't open the door. Who went the time before that? Who went at noon? Can I go back in Nevada and check? It probably won't tell me. Alright. It was probably during free time, so we don't know. Who found the body? It was us, Otori, Yuki, and then Setsuka came in because she heard us freaking out. Okay, it doesn't tell us. We're in free time, right? Wait, no. Wait, was it us? No, we served her breakfast the day before the murder, but in between breakfast that we served with Iroha and Tyria, in between that and this, the Yuki, Emma, and Tyria going, there was one more visit because she received food 3 times a day. She said. So there's one of them we didn't see, and that was the last one when she opened her door. So that's pretty relevant, I think. Okay, it didn't tell us. That may be relevant later, but whatever. Okay, so this points to Yuki, Emma, and Teruya. Obviously, out of those three, Emma is the most suspicious. Also, what's even more suspicious is didn't Emma like go out of her way, being like, "Oh, I really want to get food to go get food to cook her right now." So that could have been part of that. Maybe that, but she didn't even open her door. What could that have accomplished? On the day of the murder, and the food was gone. I don't think this points to anyone, because Yuriko is not the killer. I'm not even gonna entertain that. Almost certainly. Almost certainly. This doesn't point to anyone. Maybe it points to Seobai if he's lying, I guess. I don't think he is. Could be. Could just be fucking with us. But I don't think he's the killer, regardless. This kind of points to Yuriko. Because she invited us here. She was the one who found out this existed. And I guess this also points to Yuriko. Thought on the balcony of the monarchs. So I guess, hang on, there's more evidence. Okay, yeah, this I have no idea. I don't even know what this evidence is. So I guess, just from that, the killer is either her or her, and it seems way more likely that it's her. Just from like, because she seems like a more important character than you do. So if I had to guess right now, I would guess it's you. I don't really have good evidence though. What's the wig for, man? What's the wig for? No one here has hair like this. I don't know. I need to think about this. I'll think about this. I'll have something cooked up next time, okay? Mark my words. I'm gonna end here for now, but next time I'll have something cooked up. But right now, I do just think that you are the killer. Could be you. Could be you. But I think it's you. One of these two. Yeah. That's what I'm going with for now. There's nothing point. I thought you might commit murder. There is literally, it can't be you. There's no way. There's not a single piece of evidence in here that mentions your name or your talent in the slightest. Like it can't be you. There's nothing pointing to you, unless this does. Unless this points to Nikkei, and I just don't get it. F-O. Anyway, I won't sit here thinking about this longer. Next time I'll have something cooked up, but for now, I think it's you, or you, and a very small chance of you. Okay, that's what I got. Okay, see you next time.